Hey guys, what's going on? So talking about something a little different. Talking about variant covers. This one is The Last Ronin. Been waiting to read this one actually, but yeah, this is the Justin Roiland variant. This one is the same one, but it has like inking on it. I got literally just a stack of them right here, just a bunch of them. Um, Now the thing is with cover variants, the issue is that as soon as out of the gate, right? As soon as they come out, they are extremely hot, and people want them, and they buy them, and then the prices start surging really, really high, and then the first one, basically the first couple people to get out and send it, CGC to get graded, and come back and throw it in an auction or buy it now, those are the people that make most of the money, because what ends up happening is everyone gets them, everyone sends them to CGC, and the next thing you know, the market is flooded with them. And then people find out, oh, they're not as rare as I thought, even though they're a limited amount. Usually, it's like the way the comic shops work. It's like, oh, if you buy 100, you'll get this cover. If you buy 200 of the book, you'll get this cover, and so on and so forth. But they really don't know how many is exactly printed, but some of them are. They will tell you how many is printed, but it's usually the first one out of the gate. So over time I've always got burned in investing in covers, variant covers, because the cover comes out, so you buy it, and then you get it, and then you send it to the CGC or whatever, you get it graded, and then usually by that whole turnaround time, you're not the first one out of the gate, and then the prices start coming down and down and down and down and down, and that's always been the case. It's always the ones that command a lot of value as variants are the ones from older variants. So if you're looking at stuff that is, in the mid 2000s, early 2010s, where people weren't, the whole cover thing wasn't as crazy as it is now, then yeah, you can get Ultimate Fallout 4, get the variant cover, and this, it's like $5,000-$6,000. You can get a Star Wars Clones #1, and now that thing's like 3-4 grand for 6 grand sometimes, and then 9-8 for the variant cover, because back then people weren't really. I mean, they collected them, but not kind of like how they are now. Just like, I mean, this last Ronin, how many covers does it have? Ridiculous amounts, and so there's just there's just too many, and it floats the market. So the only reason why you might be asking, well, if you're saying you're so negative on variant covers, why do you have these? Also have um, this one as well. This is a variant cover. It's kind of cool. It's really thick, has metal. Because if you look at the very bottom, right, you'll see it says, what does it say? It says 48 of 101. They only made 101 of those. And I'm a huge Turtles fan, first of all. But the reason why I'm buying this one as an investment is because, number one, there's only 101. That's it. No more. I know how many it is. I feel like The Last Ronin is going to be a very popular book in the future. That's another thing. A lot of times these companies like DC and Marvel will pump out like Harley Quinn #1 or something like that, and just pump out a bazillion variant covers, and then the book like stops and no one really cared. Like the book is itself isn't popular, but I feel like The Last Ronin is going to be very popular. And another reason why I got the Justin Roiland, right, is you have two reasons why. You have fact is Justin Roiland, Rick and Morty. I think that will be very good in the future. And then it's The Last Ronin, and they only made 300 of those. This is the sketch, non-inked variant one. And so I think in the future, like I have probably like 10 of them, and so there's only 290 left. And I try to buy them up whenever I can, as long as it's a good deal. I don't want to be paying top dollar for them, but if I can get a good deal, then I will. But I think in the future that is a book that will be worth more. Like for example, I got the Batman Damned. That was like a recalled book. I went down to the comic shop, picked up a few. I got some online, got a bunch, sent them out. I remember I bought a Tenno, perfect grade of it, and then I pretty much bought it at the top. This is a while ago, and then it just boom, 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 just kept on going down because more 10.0s came out, more 9.9s came out, all that stuff, and it just went down and down and down, and it just now it just it's not that expensive anymore. Um, so variant covers, I would, unless you're the first out of the gate, I try to steer away. It's not long term investing. It's usually very short term investing. If you're investing for in comics, the better ones to get are the older comic books. Like I said, 2000s, early 2010s. You know, back when they were much more rare and they didn't make a million different covers. But now it's just like the hype train is like, oh, let's see how many covers I can make. It's like Detective, 1,000. Ridiculous amounts. And then it's just like, where are those? Like you have a few, the more rare ones are always going to be the ones, they'll get more money for them. So like the ones that are limited print, like these, like this 300 only. This one is 101. That's it for the metal cover variant. Those I think will hold their value, and this is more speculation, so it's not like the safest investment, but me, that's what I do, so I'm taking a chance on these. I think the turtles are going to be worth way more in the future, and the last Ronin, I could easily see it turning into possibly a storyline they do in a movie or something like that, so I think it's a good bet. All right, thanks.